Students of 10th class. It is your chapter number 5, prose lesson, the sermon at Benares. Now, before going to know about the topic, let me give you a brief summary of the chapter. This chapter gives a brief sketch of Buddha and a gist of his first sermon at Benares. The real name of the Buddha was Siddhartha Gautama. He was a prince and was sent for schooling in Hindu scriptures at the age of 12. At the age of 16, he was married to a prince. He lived with her for 10 years. At the age of 25, he happened to see some sad sights during his hunting trips. He saw a sick man, then an old aged man, then a funeral procession. These sad sights deeply touched his heart. He left home to find the cause of human suffering and to seek enlightenment. He kept wandering for 7 years. At last, he sat down under a tree. He kept sitting there for 7 days, and at last enlightenment came to him. The tree to be called the bow tree, the tree of wisdom. Now Siddhartha came to be known as Buddha. Buddha gave his first sermon at Benares. During this sermon, he told an anecdote that is reproduced below. A woman named Kisa Gautami had an only son. The son died, and the woman was filled with deep grief. She went about asking people for medicine that could bring his son back to life. People thought that the woman had lost her senses. A wise man sent Gautami to Buddha. He said that the Buddha could give her the medicine for her child. The woman went to the Buddha and requested him to give her the medicine that could cure her son. The Buddha said that he could cure the body if Gautami brought him a handful of mustard seed, but he said that he would have to bring it from a house where no deaths had ever taken place. Now Gautami went from house to house. She could find no house where there had never been any death. At last she became weary and hopeless. She sat down at the wayside. She sat there watching the lights of the city. After some time, all the lights were off, and there was darkness everywhere. This darkness filled the woman's heart with a new feeling. She said to herself, "How selfish am I in my grief? Death's come to all." The Buddha related this story to tell people that it is foolish to grieve over death. Everyone who is born must die one day. The wise ones don't grieve because they know the fact of the world. Peace of mind can't be obtained from weeping. The only way to obtain peace is to overcome sorrow. He who has overcome all sorrow can become free from sorrow and enjoy perfect peace of mind. Thank you.